another Dark Souls. It's people that are actually tired of Dark Souls games. Hey, welcome back. It's Cross Gaming here. My boy Lamar. It's
What
been a
is
minute,
it?
but we're back up in it.
Yes,
We're
sir.
talking about these August games that are coming out in a couple of trailers. The August games for this month of
Yep.
August.
Yep.
We got that Wukong, got Concord, got what else?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. There you go. Um, now, what are your thoughts on? We're gonna start with Star Wars. We're gonna start with Star Wars.
you
What are
know,
your thoughts?
I, I don't know, man. It feels like a Ubisoft game. It
Well,
feels
you
like a
know,
Ubisoft.
it is gonna be open world. So,
Yeah.
and it's the first time Star Wars have been an open world, has it?
No,
I
I mean,
haven't.
as far as this in nature, like, cause it's like a third person shooter. Cause you remember KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic was open world.
Yeah, it was. It
Uh,
was. It was.
Um, and I guess you can say what is it? Fallen Order. That one's like more of a linear style. But this one is, as they say, completely open.
Yeah,
And
you can ride vehicles and stuff.
yeah, and it's as much as I like Starfield, it actually does something Starfield didn't do. When you enter a planet, you
Mm.
actually enter the planet and you do your landing and everything. So it definitely has some potential, but from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, it seems like you really can't do much with the gun. From what I saw, it looks like someone is explaining that you only upgrade it to an extent, and that it got the further they played into the demo of the game, they start using the stormtrooper guns.
Yeah. I'm. I'm not. This is gonna be one of them games I skip. If it's on sale, maybe Black Friday or something. But
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna skip this. It doesn't
yeah,
look. It doesn't really look all that
promising.
appealing to me. And I'm not really a big Star Wars fan. I think the only Star Wars game that I really played a lot was Star Wars Force Unleashed,
Oh
and
yeah,
that was a long, long time ago. So it didn't do it for me with a lot of stealth. It's a lot of slowdown. It's a lot of
yeah,
stealth action going on. It's
yeah.
not. I've seen she was in some shootouts, but
Right.
it wasn't like no Gears of War type. Like kind of. It wasn't heavy in the action. It was more of
Right,
like
right.
you're kind of I don't know. It seemed like you're kind of limited, because
Yeah,
she's the only one. I don't know. She's gonna be outnumbered most of the time,
yeah.
which in most games, most of the time you're outnumbered. But it doesn't seem all that appealing to me. Might be one of the ones I
To
skip.
skip. I can understand why. She does have a companion. I don't even know the name of the character. So the companion kind of works as a support where you can kind of have it pick up items. You can have it kind of somewhat attack the
Mhm.
enemy. But I agree. Just for this style of game, it definitely is a little too stealthy.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe later on we'll actually see someone who's just in actual shootouts and not just hiding and trying to escape, which is kind of cool because she is technically like an outlaw, so she is always trying to get away.
Is she gonna be like a Han Solo? I thought she was gonna be like a Han Solo kind
That's what
of
I thought too. That's what
like
I was under,
handy with
but
the steel. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Doing your thing. But
No,
she's a
no.
bounty. Is she a bounty hunter? What is she?
I believe so. I believe
Okay.
she is because she's taking contracts, and
Okay.
uh, just from what I remember hearing, but I remember people were talking about how she took a contract from Jabba the Hutt, the big slug.
Okay.
They
Okay.
said that they did him
Okay.
wrong in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I I am in agreement with that. I definitely am thinking of skipping. If it come to Game Pass, I'm good. You
More
know,
than yeah, you great, you great.
it come to Game Pass, baby. You know the big Rock gonna take
Did,
care of it.
did they say when it's gonna take place? Like as far as like the set, is it like I don't know, Jedi Returns? Is it where is this game? Where is this timeline? Where is
Actually, I have not been paying attention to that,
okay?
and
I was wondering that.
yeah,
I was like, where is this taking place after the deaths? You know, all this other. I don't know
what
too much
place
about
is
it.
being
So is it?
taken?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Yeah, I haven't even looked into it because I guess it's mostly like since we're both looking to skip it, we're kind of just like
yeah,
so wavy with the information
yeah,
for this game.
yeah. I mean, that's cool. You know, just sharing our thoughts. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna skip this. I'm gonna see some reviews, of course. You know, from people that's gonna play the game, and I believe our uncle was gonna get the game. He said he's a big Star Wars fan, so he's gonna
Right,
support
right.
it. I said, well, that's cool, man. Go on and get your support on. I'm gonna go on ahead and skip that one, my brother. I got other games I'm trying to get to.
got, got 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 some major heat coming, cuz.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, yeah. With that being said, I believe that comes out on the 29th
I think
of
so.
August. Yeah,
I
so it
think
comes out on
so.
the
So
29th.
we got
Um,
time.
yeah, a couple of 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? A little less than
Yeah.
3 weeks, something like that.
Yep. Yep.
Um, let's see what it do when it come out. I mean, hell, shit, it might surprise us. You never know.
Hey,
It
I
might
mean,
actually do well.
I'm gonna say this. It's another Ubisoft, so
Yeah. So that means it's going to go on sale really quick.
probably.
It's gonna be it's gonna go on sale pretty fast. So you know you might want to check your
Just
wallet and be
wait.
like, hold
Yep.
up,
It's gonna
give
be
me
on
that shit.
sale. It releases August 29th. It'll be on sale September 5th. Go
Yeah, man, that's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Yeah. So but next game though, we wanted to talk about a little bit about. I don't know too much about it, but there's another game's coming out, Concord, which is
Word.
like a battle royale,
Yeah.
like Overwatch. We've
Another
been comparing it to Overwatch.
another battle
Um,
royale.
it looks pretty cool. But battle royale games aren't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought it
Have
was
you
gonna
been
be
looking
like
into it?
from what I've seen, it's basically yeah, just a battle royale. I thought it was gonna have like a little story mode because they had like them in a trailer where they're like sitting in I guess a bar or something, and the characters
Okay.
are interacting with each other. But I think it's gonna be like mainly
Yeah.
a battle royale style game. And
Okay.
for those that
Okay.
like those kind of games, those Overwatch style games, you know that's a free for all for you.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
um,
I think I keep seeing the trailer for that game too, but I haven't seen any actual gameplay footage. Have you, or
yeah,
has
I've seen some gameplay footage of it. Like I said, I think it's is it 4v4 or something
Mm,
like it's a team base.
okay.
Uh, like Apex Legend, all them games. What was Apex Legend? They go what is it? Is it 6 on 6 or something
Apex
like
is
that?
it's a three party.
Three for
So
all.
it's a three party, but it's like I think 60 players to one map.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
so
what I saw on the Concord, it was about I think it was 4v4, but I could be
okay.
wrong. But
Okay.
I know for sure it's a battle royale game. For sure, Overwatch style game. Um, yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. I just was because it's one of the games that people been talking about and is
Yeah.
coming out in August, so I might as well just include it into the video. um, but the last game that's really been and it's got a lot of hype behind it. Got a
Yeah.
lot of hype, lot of hype, lot of hype. Is Blackmyth Wukong.
Blackmyth
Man,
Wukong.
what are your thoughts?
I think the First of all, I think this game looks like a greater version of Biomutant.
Okay, okay, okay. I forgot all about that game. I forgot
This
about
game
that.
has a lot of characteristics from Biomutant, from what I
Mhm.
remember. And it's kind of funny to me because I was checking this game out, and I was initially thinking of skipping it. Um, but the more I watched it, the more I kind of was like, oh, this game looks very interesting. But I think the spells is going to make or break this game. Um, depending on how well the mechanics of the spells are being utilized, will kind of will either make this game one of the best action RPGs to ever be out, or it will hurt a lot of people because there's no parrying and there's no blocking. It's strictly dodging. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
and
boss
judging.
rush.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's there. So I think for a lot of people who struggled with Elden Ring and other soul like combat, I think this game could actually bring back the Devil May Cry players and a lot of the Bayonetta players that are into these type of games.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I
When I was when I first saw it, I mean, it was what 4 or 5 years ago when this game
think
was
so.
because it was supposed to come out when the PlayStation came out. The PlayStation
Yeah, when the
5
PS5 came
kept
out. Yeah.
postponing.
Yep.
Looks great. Looks like a great game. And then as time progressed, still looked good. Still looked good. Like and got
Hmm.
better. And then I start seeing it start looking like a Souls like game, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to, because I couldn't handle Stellar Blade, and Stellar
Yeah.
Blade was easy. They said it was easier, a little bit easier than the Elden Rings and all that. I
Right.
still
Right.
struggled, and I just couldn't hang.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those. I wasn't trying to get good. I just want to have fun. So um, but from what I was seeing, I was like, oh yeah, this got some of those elements. And from what I've heard, it does have those elements. Like when you go to the camp or to somewhere to like rest or whatever, the
Hmm.
enemies. I think the enemies come back or something like that.
Yeah.
And then if you die, you lose a little bit of your experience. I heard that you
Yeah.
lose some of that experience. Uh, the big thing that bothers me from what I heard, I just heard this like maybe 20, 30 minutes ago before we started, is
Hmm.
that it's gonna be a digital only game. And I
Oh,
was like,
really?
yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know. Cause I buy digital games. I
Yeah.
do, but if this game's gonna be what, $70 or sixty
I think
dollars,
so.
something like that, that's kind
I
of
think it's
that. I don't
70.
want to buy. I'm not that kind of person to buy. Spend 70 something dollars on a game
Right.
and it's only digital.
Yeah.
And I was that kind of deterred me. Yes, I'm one of those. I like to still buy physical games.
Hmm.
Don't kill me in the comments. Well, say what you want to say. I don't give a damn. But um, but when I found out, I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and really see what this game is gonna do, because I was saying to myself, this game can be a huge flop
Hmm.
and be disappointing, or it can really be, because everybody's pushing, oh, it's game of the year, game of the year. They already giving,
Hmm.
kind of throwing that title on there. I'm like,
Right.
damn, what
Right.
else games came out that y'all already giving this game of the year? Like we still got Space Marines. That's what I'm waiting on. Space Marines.
Yeah.
That's next month. That's September. I'm like, we still waiting on that. So I don't know about this game. I'm gonna wait and see what it do,
Yeah.
and then I don't know, because I don't want to just buy digital. I don't want to buy
Yeah.
it digital. So I kind of got an issue with that.
Hmm.
Everything else looks cool. It's still got, like I said, the Souls like thing. I'm not
Well,
too thrilled about it.
I will say this. Um, watching, uh, like I've been watching a lot of clips, and this game does a few similarities to Souls like. The regeneration of enemies after you save from campsites, and the death losing points.
Yeah.
So it does do that, but when you die, it doesn't take all of your points.
Nah, it does. It take a
It
small.
takes like a very minimalistic virtue of your points. And um, again, with Elden Ring, you can watch like 10 different people play the game and they all kind of play the same. With
Yeah.
this game, the combat is really what's going to change how the difference between Elden Ring, Dark Souls, and so on with this one, because
especially with those
it's
different
fast.
especially with
Yeah,
those different spells you had mentioned, because I seen one where he like extended his pole when he was
yeah,
like higher up when he was fighting this big snake.
right,
See,
right.
the bosses look dope though. From
Yeah.
what I saw, I think he was fighting like a big ass tiger or
Hmm.
well, that big
The
golden thing
tiger
with the
from
big head.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you were, and then he was fighting this big thing with a big golden head, you
Yep.
know. And the boss fights look really good. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like on the fence. I don't know why they didn't do a physical. I don't know why they didn't do a figure. I wonder what
Maybe,
happened there. They
maybe.
wanted
I
to save
mean,
some money, probably cut some
yeah,
corners, maybe.
probably that. Because I mean,
Um,
same thing. Like why they're decided not to release it on Xbox. It's
I don't.
it's
You
like,
know what? There's a lot of games been getting denied from Xbox, but
yeah.
you know that's up for a whole nother video. But
It
damn,
looks
you
like
know
the foreigners don't like Microsoft.
that's what it
But
seems like, man. It
yeah,
seems like that.
yeah. I think if well, it's like people with Ford. Some once you do something, they never let it go. So
Right.
I think to mention the power staff, um, I think that's pretty cool because I seen a clip where I'm pretty sure we all seen the same clip.
Yeah.
The monkey was climbing up the staff to avoid being hit with the, I guess it was like a power, it was lightning. I don't understand why he was dodging lightning like that, but whatever. It was just kind of cool to see that you can use that and then
Yeah.
you can use it into a combo.
Yeah.
But again, everything revolves around your mana and stamina in this game, and using that power pole like that takes a lot of your stamina. So those are another signs of souls like where that stamina becomes very important. um so but just seeing the game in action is enough to make you go because I'm immediately playing it either on the ROG or the Steam Deck, and I can't, I low key can't wait to play this on the go.
Okay. Gonna be great.
Yeah,
Um, they saying it's not like it's not a Souls like, it just has the element. So that's what
yeah,
I keep hearing too. Oh, it's not a
right,
Souls like. They keep,
right,
and then they
right.
say that other game too is not a Souls like, the Phantom Blade Zero or whatever.
Yeah,
Um, they're kind of like deviating from that, but they still like have, it's still remnants
the
of the Souls.
characteristics.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, so it's like, me personally, I'm actually tired of Souls like games.
Yeah.
There's another game coming out that I seen that has Souls like us called Berserk. I don't know if anybody heard of that game, but it's another one coming out. And I don't know when it comes out, but I saw a video on it. And and I'm like, damn, the character name is Berserk, but he's moving slow and he's not
Yeah.
moving fast like, what a Berserk character would do. But
Mm.
I mean, I guess it's neither here nor there. I can just, voice my opinion by not buying them up because
Yeah.
that's not what I'm into.
Right.
But
Right.
but the Wukong game, like I said, it could be game of the year. It could be a huge disappointment. Um, we just have to see on the 20th when that
Yeah.
arrives and
Yep.
hit store. Oh well, hit the PS stores.
Hit the hit the digital
I really
market.
wish they would have did it. That would have been cool to have like
Right.
a physical copy, and they could
Right.
have
Right.
done something with the because they could have like a deluxe edition where you get like the staff or some or how they do the little statues or whatever.
Right.
I think that might have been a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's
That's
true. I
a
mean,
highly anticipated game.
yeah, I maybe they wanted to keep the budget. Maybe making it a physical copy actually cuts into the budget. Maybe they decided to take the physical copies out and just put all that money into making the game and paying their
Could be.
developers.
Yeah,
Um,
could be
so
right.
I mean, like, hopefully, because I mean, can you imagine just playing this game and it's glitchy or buggy?
I'm hoping that they have a physical release later on, but maybe not. I don't know. If they
Yeah.
have one later on, that'd be cool. I mean, I gotta see. Like I said, I gotta see when the game drops, see people's reviews, and see what's going on with it. They said there's a lot of bosses on there, so that's why it's like a
Hmm.
boss rush. I can't remember exactly what it was talking about. I think numbers like 50 bosses. I'm like 50 damn bosses. A lot. Hey, yeah, how long is the game? Shit. How much story are we gonna cover? Is the character gonna talk? Does he
Yeah,
talk? I
that
don't know if he talks.
I wonder that too,
Does he
because
speak English or he just
it's supposed to
he's
be
just
a
making
story
noises?
about the yeah, it's supposed to be a story about the journey to the West,
Right.
and I'm wondering that too.
I haven't
Like,
heard
does
one
it
piece of dialogue. Maybe they said
he
when the
does
game
make monkey
releases.
noise?
Yeah, I'm like, and there's gonna be subtitles jumping up. Like, yo, what is wrong with
Hey,
this dude?
I'm telling you that they did that in Biomutant.
Yeah, they did, and then you know what? Biomy did some dumb. It did some dumb stuff. Home. But it
Oh,
was like the
oh,
guy. Well, he's saying that you need to go to the mountains. So I'm like, man, why you just didn't tell me that? Why you gotta make all these dumbass noises?
the damn
Like,
Elvis.
come on, man. That's why I
But you,
stopped playing that game, man. I just was like, I'm done, man. The
oh
game
my,
was cool, you know. It
yeah.
was like, why you gotta do all this silly stuff?
But
Well, she said that you were being late to the what? Like, why she didn't? They didn't want to hire no voice actors. They got that one dude playing everybody's role.
uh-huh.
He got a fat
Yeah.
check, I bet.
The narrator. He
Yeah.
because
Yep.
I wonder because that story actually I believe it takes place in ancient China as well.
Okay.
Because it has the same elements to it. That's what kind of reminded me when I was watching Wukong. I was like, oh, it's like a refined biomutant.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But we'll see, mate. You know what? We still got what 2 weeks before it actually comes out, so maybe then they'll probably announce like a little Easter egg or something, like if they're gonna release some type of physical media or
Trailer.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
little salt bay going on with it. Just to go ahead and give that to us, because I mean, you still got some time, or maybe it'll be like a very late release for a physical copy.
Okay.
But
Well, we'll look for it on the 20th and see what it do. Um. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about a trailer for a game that I'm hoping dudes. I don't know. It's Darksiders. Is they had a trailer for it,
yeah,
and I know the first Darksiders was dope. The second one
mm,
was dope. The third one was like because the first one it was like an open world kind of like I think they was comparing it to Zelda at one time.
mm,
Because this was on PS3.
I
So they
think
was
so.
comparing to Zelda and like kind of
Right,
God of War, kind of had that aesthetic in it. And then
right.
God of Darksiders 2, there was like a RPG element where you get different gear, get different
Right.
little buffs and different weapons to level up your character.
Mm,
The third one, they made that one play like Dark Souls. They went the whole Dark Souls route,
mm,
and it was pretty intense. It was. I hated the game.
yeah.
I played like maybe a good hour of it, and I just was like, I can't force myself to play this. I'm
Right.
not good at it. I don't want to be good at it. I don't want to learn the mechanics. I'm cool.
Mm,
So, and then they had Darksider Genesis, which was
yeah.
not a true sequel or nothing like that. I think it was before the event of the first one or something like that. And he had Strife, which is the
Yeah.
last horseman, because the first one was War, the
Okay.
second one was Death,
Right.
and the third one was what's her name? The female horseman. Damn, what's her
I
name?
can try to look it up. I haven't.
I forgot her name that quick. And then the last horseman is Strife, which is the one with the two pistols.
Right.
So he still didn't get a game. So I'm hoping, man, they gotta. I
Her
hope
name's
they don't
Fury.
go down to Fury. Okay, Fury is the female. So with this one, I hope they give him some. I wanted to be the high octane. They better make this game like Devil May Cry, man. They better get they need they need to get to do their game.
Yeah.
They need to get platinum to do their game.
Platinum. Okay.
They need to
Who?
do
What
platinum to
games
do
did Platinum make?
Near Automata, Bayonetta,
Okay.
the Transformer Devastation. They
Mm,
need that kind of action. The dude has pistols, so you can do some air combos. I want
right.
air
Right.
combos. I want juggling. I want all of that.
Yeah.
But it depends on what they do. If they
What
even do that with that character.
What have you heard from? I mean, wasn't it just a trailer that was
Just a
just
trailer. I
released?
haven't heard too much of anything else about it. It was kind of like they threw it in. It was at one of these events that they recently
Mm,
had, It was just something that all they do is show the guy, what did it say, horseman or something. It was the
Yeah.
flaming head things or whatever. That's all they showed. They didn't really show too much of anything else. But
You
the
know
last
what?
character is Strife.
Okay. What you know what? What if it's just a remake? Just a remake of the first one.
No, they don't need to do that. That would be hilarious, but they will never finish the damn story. They'll never, because he got framed. The character got framed for for answering the call too early
Yeah.
or something. I can't remember the story too well, but he got framed for some stuff, and they trying to get him to, they trying to,
Right.
his brothers in arms and sister are trying to like save him or help him or whatnot.
Yeah.
And they got to do with Strife now and see what his part is. Everybody had their part. I
Yeah.
didn't finish 3 because I didn't like the
Didn't
gameplay,
like it.
but she was supposed to be trying to help too. But if it's a remake of the first one, they'll never get finished with the
Yeah,
story.
never finished the story.
Yeah, they never. What's going on? You gonna remake the first one? You already had a war. What is it? A War Master edition, which was the
Yeah.
first one. That was the remake, which was
Okay.
or HD or whatever at that time. It was an HD
Right, right.
remaster. And they did it with part 2. But I hope they really do some good gameplay for it.
Yeah.
Don't do another Dark Souls. It's people that are actually tired of Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people
Yeah.
do
It's the
videos.
community.
I don't like. I don't want to get good. I do have skill issues. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make all these. I want to have fun. Those games to
Yeah.
me are not fun. That's
Right.
not my idea of fun. I played Ninja Gaiden. I've struggled through those games. I had fun doing it though.
Mm.
A lot of these game developers, they don't know what fun is anymore. Some of these, they just want to make it hard and just make it hard. And some people like hard. That's fun to them. That's
Yeah.
fine. Do what
Yeah.
you do. Everybody don't have the same idea of fun. But to
Right.
me, that's not fun.
Yeah.
Getting killed 50 times and have to restart a boss. I be seeing people on their, their lives and whatever. And I'm like, dude, why are you
I don't
playing
even
this?
think it's about being fun anymore. I,
No.
I
Well,
think I
well,
think I think people are playing that game just for that accomplishment.
accomplishment thing.
Yeah. I don't even think people are playing because there are people who will tell you they don't play certain games because they can do it in real life. Like there are people who tell you they don't buy basketball games
I know,
because they
yeah.
don't play
Yeah.
basketball in real life.
That's
But
me. I be saying that. I
but
do.
it's like you play the game because you like playing certain things. And as much as I struggle in Elden Ring, I do like that RPG aspect that they do because it they bring back a certain aspect of how RPG games were when we were younger,
Okay.
and seeing how I can build this character up to do like learn how to do like one shots is like
Yeah.
that's where the grind actually becomes better because you play it and you build the wrong style. You're like, oh, this
Yeah.
shit, I
True.
gotta get it out of here, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, to go back to what you're saying, um, we do need more developers to go away from Dark Soul games because not everything like the Flint Lock game that
Yeah.
recently came out
Yeah.
plays like a Dark Souls game, and
Yeah.
I was so disappointed in that because I was like, oh, it looks interesting, but I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, now I have to take the aspect of just trying to enjoy myself to like, I really got to play this if if I want to continue beating it. So
I don't know, I look at it as to me, video games have been somewhat of a, I guess, a stress relief.
mhm,
I feel like, at least that's how I look at it. There's games that's gonna make you upset. Fighting games make me upset.
right, right,
I stress those are that's just the way it goes. You playing against other people, you gonna get your beat up. You're gonna, I'm trying to refrain from cussing, but you're gonna get beat up.
we not getting
You just
monetized. Just have fun with it, man.
so you're gonna get beat up. People gonna do what they gonna do to win. They're gonna do whatever, whatever they gotta do. Like Malcolm X said, by any means necessary, right? So you gotta do what you gotta do. So,
Right.
but some of the games that I play it because I can't do the stuff in real life. I
Mhm.
can't put on a red jacket and put sword on my back and walk around with 2 guns. I can't do that. Not in real life, you can't.
Not in L.A.
It
Go to
snatch your ass
Texas.
up. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, get against the wall. You
Go
know
to
what I mean?
Texas.
Like,
You can walk
damn.
around with your happiness.
So it's like stuff like that. I can do those things, and then I'm having fun, and then my character feels like a badass. You know, I want to be able to be, you know, kind of unstoppable, but still have struggles along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And those Dark Souls games, they make you feel like a peon. If you don't build your character right, or don't, you know, because then they have certain things that you'll miss. Like, it'd be, oh, you didn't get that weapon from such and such. Nah, I didn't even see it. Oh, you got to talk to, you know, or go this way and da 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 da. And you get this whatever, you know, whatever helps you strong. Oh, that's how you slaying them. Yeah, that's how I'm slaying them. Like Elden Ring, shit, you gotta. What I've been heard, you gotta like to get real information. You got to read them books. You know, they don't give you the good stuff. You got to really read some books, right, or something like that.
Yeah, the lore. But they, and again, that's where like the development comes from, because the developers really put some time and effort into it, where you feel like every time you find something is because you read like a quick little snippet of something. And it led you to it, and you're like, oh man, this can help me with the last boss that I just fought 50 times.
Okay. Yeah, but dude, that's pretty much it though. Really. But those are the games we kind of deviated a lot, but those are the games that we was talking about as far as for August.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
So another thing that Blackmyth Wukong reminds me of.
Okay.
It reminds me of a old Mega Man game. When you beat the boss, you get the powers.
Right.
Black Wukong is like that. Every time you beat a boss, you can transform into them.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I seen one video where this he's fighting this, I don't even know what it was. Dude had like a double sworded spear or whatever
I
you
know you're
call
talking
it,
about. I know you're
and it
talking
had
about.
the flames. He beat him, and the next scene he transformed into him. Like, oh, that's tight. So that reminded me of Mega Man. When you beat a boss, you absorb their energy, and you can kind of use their powers and take on the next challenge. Because that was my issue with Mega Man. I remember you was telling me, he's like, nah, you got to beat this one first to beat him, because it works like a rock paper scissors thing. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know, just in case if you interested.
For those that don't know, it's a linear game too. It's you can explore some of the areas there. You kind of go off the beaten path, but it's not an open world like kind of game. It's pretty linear, straightforward. And I think that's where they get, you know, and then they said you can fight a little bit of enemies along the way. There's like little, you know, enemies here and there, but then you go to your next major boss. It's like, I'm just curious about the story, like, because he's supposed to be a god or something like that, right? Or something
I think so.
in that realm, or
I think he is supposed to be, because he's the Monkey King. He's the Monkey King. So he definitely is supposed to be like that supernatural being that might have a great story, might not. But it's based off of a ancient Chinese mythology. So I guess we'll just have to see. Look out for a review if I do get it. It's on the Steam Deck and the ROG.
Let you know.
But yeah, I think
that about wraps it up for me.
I think so. We both are agreeing on skipping on that Star Wars, and
there's too many games coming out. It's one of the games that I'm not too thrilled about.
Hey, will Star Wars be like Gotham Knights?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's gonna ruffle some feathers though. It's gonna piss some people off. But it's gonna, but you know what? It might do so. I don't know, because the stuff that I saw, like even with certain explosions, like some of the effects don't.
Yeah.
Somebody said it was like a really good PS3 game or a game that should have came out 2010 and shit like that. When they got little jokes like that, it kind of make you be like,
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. Like, start raising,
Oh my
start raising
gosh, a good
eyebrows.
PS3 game.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, can we get it together? Like, how y'all making all this
Oh
money?
my
Y'all can't get y'all
goodness.
special effects together.
I can't do this. Right, because ain't no way.
Yeah, it don't
And
make
then y'all
sense.
want to charge what was it, like $130 for
Yeah,
the
like, I don't
deluxe?
understand. Like, let's get it together, man. Get it
Uh,
together, man. Damn. You're already giving the $70, $80 games. Why y'all just can't make this shit the way it's supposed to be made? Like, y'all using all these different engines and y'all want to skimp out. How are these people? That's for another video because
and
I
we
just
might have
feel
to. We
feel like
might
a
have
rant
to.
coming on. I ain't
Okay.
trying to stretch it.
Write
Talking
it
nuts, man.
down. Let's write that one down, man. This has been
Hey.
another episode of Crosstalk. I'm
Oh
Lamar.
yeah. And I'm cross gaming.
Peace.